The NBA's grueling 82-game regular season is now just a memory. Those fortunate enough to make it to the NBA's second season, the playoffs, will for the next month strive for the league's coveted crown. Fans from coast to coast can be sure of one thing: their favorites have come to play. Once again, TBS will be the eyes and ears of the NBA playoffs as our coverage begins tonight with a doubleheader. In Game 1, it's the Cavaliers versus the Bulls in an Eastern Conference battle. The Cavs' rising stars are led by talented Brad Daugherty. The Bulls by Michael Air Jordan. In our second game, the mailman, Karl Malone of the Utah Jazz, will try to deliver a crushing blow to the Portland Trail Blazers. And Clyde, the Glide Drexler. So stay with us for the best in NBA action as our playoff coverage takes off. Next.
All right, PBS Sports presents the NBA Playoffs, America's game.
First of all, for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers, two of the players from the trade, Nance and Sanders, starting at forward. Daugherty at center. Ehlo playing in place of the injured Harper. And Mark Price, one of the most improved players in the league, at the point for Cleveland. For Chicago, Sellers and Oakley, the number 2 rebounder. Corzine at center. Sam Vincent. When he got here, the Bills took off. And Michael Jordan at the number 2 spot. Sam Vincent, Michael Jordan, Dave Corzine, Charles Oakley, and Brad Sellers. The Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's tipped and won by Daugherty of the Cavaliers. Standing room only crowd, 18,000 plus at Chicago Stadium. Sanders, number 11. For those of you unfamiliar with some of the Cleveland players, that's Daugherty, number 43 from North Carolina.
Doug Collins wants to try and double Daugherty when he gets the ball. That time he got it so quickly, turned and shot, there was no opportunity to do that.
Here's Sam Vincent. The trade, February, Seattle for Sedale 3. He and Price will have a great matchup tonight. Vincent draws first blood over Mark Price. 2 opening possessions, probably how many people think this entire series will go, and that means close. 5 best of 5 game series in the opening round of the playoffs. The others are the best of 7. Larry Nance. Number 1 and 2 defensive teams in the NBA. Chicago 1, Cleveland 2. Jordan on the double team, shooting it anyway and missing. Rebound Ehlo. He's 6'7". The wing guard playing in place of the injured Ron Harper. He's number 3.
Does a good job rebounding, as you saw there, both on the defensive and offensive boards. Played Jordan well last Friday night, held him to 26 with some help from his teammates.
Nance over Sellers.
Sellers with excellent defense.
4-2 Cavaliers. Pick from Oakley. Brother, believe me, that's a pick. Vincent with 2 baskets on the perimeter. Mark Price, great shooter from the perimeter, misses out there. Ehlo with a stick back. What a rebound and play by Craig Ehlo, who is a CBA guy, a marginal NBA player who got a second chance, and he's done a nice job for Cleveland this year.
And you got to watch him, as you pointed out, on the offensive boards as well. Very active player. Has played 3 positions, the 2 guard spots and the small forward.
Jordan from 14.
That's great defense right there.
One of the keys, according to Lenny Wilkins, for the Cavaliers is to stop the Jordan penetration. And as you saw, they did it on that possession. 6'4" Cavs. Daugherty with a triple team. Sanders with 5 on the shot clock. Mike Sanders, he's from UCLA, came in the trade from Phoenix.
That was a bad mistake by Chicago. One player is only supposed to go over. Both players went. That's why Sanders was left wide open.
Jordan so quickly spins around Craig Ehlo.
Lenny Wilkins said, whatever you do, don't let him go baseline. Make him go back into the middle. That time Craig Ehlo overplayed to the inside, and Michael took advantage of him right away.
It's like saying, don't let that lightning strike so fast. Brad Sellers rebounding for Chicago. Cavaliers by 2. Bulls can tie. Vincent. 6 points for Sam Vincent. He's 3 out of 3 from long range. Inside to Nance. As you can see, Sellers is matched up with Nance. Doherty over Corzine. Stripped away and then lost again by Jordan. And there's Ehlo. Ehlo's hurt him so far.
Craig's very capable of coming in and filling in. He's the type of player a coach likes to have because he's always ready anytime he's called upon, and he gives everything he's got. Plays the good defense, rebounds, and also put it in the basket.
Jordan gets another Oakley pick, but nowhere to go as Nance came to help out. Nance, one of the best shot blockers in the league. Vincent from the corner. We've got a loose ball foul against Chicago.
Could be on Oakley, I believe.
His first, team's first.
First foul of the game. First one on Oakland. First team foul. Cavs with the ball, leading by 2. 8 minutes to go. Quarter number 1. Utah at Portland coming up next on TBS. Chicago defense almost took the ball. Now they do. Jordan, leader in steals. Got another one. Oh, look at that over Sanders. He drew the foul.
Boy, Bob, I'll tell you, down the other end of the court, before that play developed, there was quite a pick set on Michael Jordan on the part of Larry Nance. You see Doherty come, he tries to force it inside. It's actually Sam Vincent who got his hand on the ball to deflect it to Michael Jordan. Now Michael, when he's in an open court, he's virtually unstoppable. Just uses that great athletic ability of his and the great timing. Just jumps right over Sanders and completes the three-point opportunity, giving the Bulls the lead for the first time.
Vincent with 6 for Chicago, Jordan with 5, Ehlo 4 for Cleveland, and Doherty, Sanders, and Nance have 2 each. Score is 11-10. Bulls. Nance against Sellers. The 7-footer bothered the shot, but there's where Nance is so good with his veteran experience. He got the rebound, took it inside, drew the foul from Oakley. Well, Sellers gets the foul, excuse me.
Nance has great mobility for his size, you pointed out, but he also is an exceptionally great leaper. Remember, he was a slam dunk champion a few years ago, hasn't entered the contest since that time, and would certainly be a candidate to repeat as a champion. And he's using that great timing, jumping ability, and experience to hurt the Bulls early in this ball game.
Nance has played, this is the 28th game he's played for Cleveland. He started 27 of them since the trade with Phoenix. Cavs by 2, 7:32 to go, first quarter. Veteran expertise of Lenny Wilkens. He's the man who wanted that Nance trade. 2-man game, Corzine and Vincent. Corzine over Doherty. Corzine is fouled.
Sanders reaching in.
Sanders a forward at only 6'6", but he plays great open floor defense, which could cause Doug team some problems.
And Dick's had enough problems of his own. He's been suffering with a stomach flu all week long. And
Jordan from 18. 7 points for Michael Jordan. It's tied at 13. Sanders is not a good jump shooter from there, but he gets that one to fall, and he also has a sore right hand, so you probably won't see, although if I'm saying this, Sanders will drop him in all night. Price with a steal. Lightning quick hands. It'll be Cleveland ball.
To Portland and Clyde the Glide Drexler. There's more NBA playoff excitement coming up on the Superstation next.
Two of the coaches who had the most improvement in the league this year, Collins and Lenny Wilkens. We talked to them both before the ball game and asked Lenny Wilkens about the adjustment this Cleveland team has made with Nance and Sanders, and Doug Collins about whether this Chicago team is really peaking. And Doug says they're a good cake, but it really isn't done yet. Listen. Cavaliers by 2. They have the ball with less than the 24-second shot clock as it was knocked out of bounds after Price stole it. He buries it from outside. Cavaliers by 4. And by the way, I said that Lenny Wilkens was going to talk about the adjustment to Nance and Sanders. Obviously, he was talking about adjusting to playing without Ron Harper tonight. We'll tell you what he said about Nance and Sanders a little later. Jordan missing off the bank shot. Ehlo with another rebound. We'll also start talking about the benches for each one of these teams and who we think probably has the best chance there. Rebound. Oakley. Bad pass. Ehlo to Nance. Over Vincent.
Good pass. tell you, one of the problems that the Bulls have is the fact that Cleveland has a lot of players who can score. They have a lot of diversity in their offense. You can't concentrate on only one player.
As opposed to Chicago, and the Bulls still are Jordan and others, even though they're improving. Oakley from the baseline, showing you that he can score a bit.
Been scoring a lot. It's the last part of the season, getting a lot of rebounds and a lot of points.
Average 12.5 points per game on the season. Says he's playing with a bit of a sore back tonight. And if Charles says it, I sure believe it. Cavs by 4. 7 on the clock. Nance blocked by Sellers. Big play by Brad Sellers. Tipped away by Nance. Bulls still control with 15 on the clock. Now they'll set up that half-court offense. Jordan and Ehlo, and they call it on Jordan for the elbow, pushing Ehlo off his back.
Well, Ehlo has been hanging all over him, pushing him, bothering him a great deal, and Michael got a little upset, and he did shove him off with the left arm.
Last Friday, Ehlo, with the help of his teammates, held Jordan in the loss to Cleveland to only 26 points. Only 26. Price with a penetration. Gets the bounce. Mark Price. He's lightning quick. He's a lot faster and quicker than many people believe.
You can see why the Cleveland Cavaliers won 11 of the last 13 games. They're playing exceptionally good basketball right now.
Sellers, pretty good shooter out there. Oakley with another rebound. Vincent has to look at the 6'7" Ehlo. Then he penetrates, and he'll get a three-point opportunity.
Well, Sam Vincent has kept the Bulls in this ball game. His offense has been outstanding. 8 points already, a chance to make it 9. We'll watch the move again. As the ball is kicked back out by Oakley, a good fake to get Ehlo coming up, and as he was up in the air, Vincent took it past him, gets it around Nance, who commits the foul, and the shot drops in. There's a good play by Vincent to get the defender to commit.
Nance, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA, finished 6th in the NBA, averaging about 2.4 per game. Didn't get it that time. 21-18 Cavs by 3, 4:25 to go first quarter. Great matchups here tonight. Corzine against the only 22-year-old Doherty, gets it out to Hot Rod Williams just into the lineup for Cleveland. He gets it to Ehlo, who hits from 18.
Ehlo doing an outstanding job filling in for Harper. 6 points already. He's played excellent defense on Michael Jordan.
John Williams wears number 18. Yes, he's the player involved in the controversy, along with a lot of others down at the Tulane basketball program. Started 50 games before the trade. 7 on the shot clock. Corzine over Doherty. Rebound Williams. Good open court player, too. Williams is 6'11", 230. Price off the baseline screen gets the ball from Ehlo. Price told me before the game tonight, with the absence of Harper, the one change would be that he might be called on for more outside offense. He can deliver that. Jordan. Blocked from behind. Was it Williams who got it?
Yes.
Then Jordan answered off the glass. Cavs by 5. Scottie Pippen, Chicago's #1 draft choice, set to check in a moment. Price kicks it to Doherty. He can shoot it from there. Doesn't get this one to roll. Williams with a rebound. Had position on Charles Oakley.
Well, again, you can see the diversification in the offense of the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have a lot of players who have put points on the board already.
Cavs lead it by 7. Vincent. 2 points. That's 10. Make it 11 for Vincent. He has 5 field goals. He's 5 out of 5, and the 1 free throw.
At the club and how to play basketball. I learned how to win off the court, too. The boys club has been teaching kids how to be winners for a long time. Okay, guys, let's go. Today, kids need the boys club more than ever. And your help can make a real difference. The club that beats the streets could use a hand. Yours.
Let's show you good execution on the part of Cleveland. Watch Mark Price. He's going to come and cut down this way, come off a double screen that he'll get here, come outside, get the pass from Craig Ehlo, shoot the jumper, and Sam Vincent is going to be late getting out there, and he gets no help on a switch. Let's see it develop. Price down underneath. Williams goes over to set the double. Here comes Price out. Shortcut by Vincent. No jumping out or help from Chicago. Price is wide open. Vincent is late. 2 points, Cleveland.
Mark Price, an excellent perimeter shooter. He shot 51% on the season from 2-point range and 486.486 from 3-point range, second in the NBA. John Paxson has come into the lineup for Chicago. Horace Grant waiting to get into the ball game. He has the sore ankle. Paxson wears number 5 for the Bulls. Jordan getting a rest. Slapped away by Oakley. 3 Cleveland turnovers. Oakley. Rebound Corzine. Oakley playing point guard for a moment. Now thinks better of it, and Sam Vincent will run things with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Cavs by 5. Here's Scottie Pippen handling the ball. He's number 33 to Paxson. Now Oakley. Off of Craig Ehlo. It'll be a new shot clock and a good break for the Chicago Bulls with 1:56 to go in quarter number 1.
That was great hustle on the part of Oakley, who dove after the ball to get a hand on it and was the man responsible for causing the ball going back to Chicago.
New 24-second shot clock. Vincent against Price. Price with a long rebound. Shovels it to Nance. Doherty sets a screen. Nance with an air ball. He does a lot of things, but Larry Nance is not a great jump shooter from the perimeter.
I'll tell you, that's one of the few bad things that's happened. That's 7 for 12 from the front line for Cleveland. Only 1 for 6 from the front line shooting for Chicago.
Pippen from 18. Corzine with a rebound from his knees. He starts it all over again. They find Oakley inside. Knocked out of bounds by either Corzine or Oakley. It'll belong to Cleveland. Now Horace Grant coming in. Remember, he's playing only at 70% tonight, as Horace Grant has a sore left ankle.
And this could be the critical player for the Chicago Bulls in tonight's ball game. You see how that ankle holds up. He's moving pretty well before the game. He and Williams going at it pretty good right now.
A lot of screens, a lot of picks, and now they finally get it to long-range bomber Del Curry from Virginia Tech. And we have a whistle stopping play. Hugh Hollins sounded it just a moment. Wants to make sure that the game clock and the shot clock are accurate. They reset it, took 2 seconds off. So 53 seconds to go in the quarter, 20 seconds on the Chicago shot clock.
Yeah, he took 2 seconds off the shot clock, felt they hadn't started it in time, and that's what he wanted to have done.
Cavs by 7. Pippen, Paxson, Grant, Vincent, and Corzine in there for Chicago. Corzine in the post. Fouled on the elbow by Brad Doherty. Phil Hubbard, Sharif. That'll get you less booze. We have 34 seconds to go in the quarter. 12 on the shot clock for Cleveland. Get it all the way over to Williams. Good defense. He travels with the ball. Bulls playing very good team defense there, and that's the 4th Cleveland turnover.
Well, that was good defense on the part of the Bulls. However, their rotation was not what they worked on this morning at their shoot-around. The wrong man went out to pick the man outside, so they got a break that the traveling violation took place.
Well, they have their substitute lineup in there with the exception of Corzine and Vincent right now. Here's Paxson off the screen. Curry was there to make him change his shot. 8 seconds, 7 and counting remaining in the quarter. Down to Phil Hubbard. Does not count. Would not have. 12 on the shot clock. Scottie Pippen inside to Jordan. Nice pass for Pippen.
Exactly, Bob. Pippen threw the ball away from where the defender was. Ehlo, excellent play.
Curry tried to scrape Paxson off with John Williams. Couldn't do it. Paxson, very good one-on-one defender. Nice defense. Forces the turnover. Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Well, I guess he figured everybody was thinking the same thing that I said, that he was relatively quiet.
Jordan comes off the bench after a little rest, has 13 now in the crowd. Calling for the Chicago defense to rise to the occasion. Corzine setting the pick for Paxson out at half court. It gave Paxson the opportunity to tie this game at 29. Timeout, Cleveland Cavaliers. 10:56 to go in the second quarter.
put the sixth man in action. The crowd here at Chicago. Corzine causes a turnover. Look at the good pressure defense. The hand up in the face of Doherty. He throws the pass. It has to go a little bit too high. Paxson in good position, fronting his man Curry, makes the steal. Now look at the pick Corzino set on Curry. He's gone. Nobody there to help out. Paxson takes it down. Doherty doesn't come out to pick him up. He drops it in. 6 straight points, and we're tied.
Here's Craig Ehlo. It's blocked by Pippen, who gets the pass. 1-on-2. Run out of control, and Ehlo picks it up. Del Curry playing at the point for Cleveland now to John Williams. And the Cavaliers quieten the crowd a bit and retake the lead, 31-29, with 10:24 remaining in the second quarter.
And a big play by Ehlo to quiet the crowd down by making that steal after he had a shot block.
Lob to Pippen, but Grant got the loose ball. He traveled. Cleveland ball. Mike Sanders back in for Phil Hubbard for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So for Cleveland, it's Sanders, Doherty, John Williams, Del Curry, and Craig Ehlo. This is Sanders. Nice play by Pippen. Good open court player. Remember, he's a rookie. Michael Jordan. Like a hot knife through soft butter. Tied at 31.
I like that.
I'll use it
Very
again
good.
later.
Thank you.
I'll wait for another game.
Okay.
Ehlo, the ball handler for Cleveland now. No true point guard, really, to back up Mark Price. Sanders traveled on the fake. 8 turnovers for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Lenny Wilkins told us that one of the keys would be there taking care of the ball.
Exactly, and 3 or 4 of them have happened in the last few minutes when the crowd got into the ball game and Michael hit those 2 terrific shots. And now they are showing perhaps a little bit of the inexperience.
Nance will be coming back in for Cleveland in a moment. It's tied at 31. 10 on the shot clock. Jordan isolated against Curry. Long rebound, controlled by Pippen. Takes it into the paint. Look at that athletic ability, and there's the tip in by Horace Grant.
And weak side came in to help defensively on the penetration, leaving Grant open and a clear path to the basket.
The 1 and 2 draft choices of the Bulls with a 1-2 punch on that offensive possession. Bulls with a 2-point lead. Look at the defense. #1 defensive team in the league. Williams over Grant. Rebound Pippen. Pippen and Grant brought new life to the Bulls when they came into this game. To Jordan from Paxson.
And Michael gave the signal.
Bulls by 4. Cavaliers need somebody to take care of the ball in the game, meaning right now the only person available, Mark Price. Look at this defense. Intense. Sanders has it blocked, but there is a foul.
And that's a good smart move, Bob. Go to the basket. Stop taking the outside shots. Don't try to force the passes. Get a little more composure. But again, this game turned around when Michael Jordan turned the crowd on.
Horace Grant picks up the foul, and Cleveland getting Nance and Price back in there.
Now here's the play again. You couldn't see Michael in the picture, but he signaled Paxson, saying, I'm going for it. And a perfect pass. Michael takes it home.
All. Bulls by 3, 8:17 to go, second quarter. Eastern Conference first round. Bob Neal and Rick Barry with you. Skip Carey and Steve Jones will be along. Michael Jordan. 19 points already.
Michael said, I'm geeked up. 22nd timeout coming for Cleveland. Good play on the part of Lenny Wilkins because the Bulls have run off 14-3.
And lead 37-32 with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Well, you win with defense in the NBA, especially in playoff competition, Bob, and the Bulls' defense just rose up when that crowd got into it. Michael got them turned on. They did it with some offense to get the defense turned on. Now, let's see Horace Grant. We talked about him and how well he's going to be playing. Now, let's watch him playing some defense and see how well he's moving. Here you see him getting good position against John Williams, at least battling for him. He gets him outside. Looks like he's okay, but he didn't have to do a lot of moving. But let's take a look at him now on offense. We're going to see the play by Pippen as he comes in for the shot. You saw for the weak side, Williams came to help out. That left left a clear path for Grant. He moseys in, tips it in for the easy two. That's why penetration hurts so much.
I loved what Doug Collins told him about his sore ankle. First injury Grant's ever had.
Yeah, he said, listen, you know, when you get up and you start limping to go to the bathroom, he said, then you know you've been around the league for a while. He said, when you get a bedpan, then you know you're out of the league.
Meaning you're going to have a sore ankle all the time sooner or later. Nance, what moves by him, but the Chicago defense is there again. Sanders takes it back, gets the basket. Sanders is lightning quick. He gets a lot of inside points, even though he's only 6'6", because of his quickness. Bulls by 3, 7:33 to go in the second quarter. Horace Grant can't get it to fall.
Well, that was the best that he moved. Without question, he is not favoring the ankle. I think that Mark Feil, the trainer, did a great job of taping him.
Jordan in that Chicago stat is 5 out of 6. Ehlo open from long range. Grant rebounding, Paxson running. Sam Vincent's had a lot of rest, but that's because Paxson is also experienced and a former starter. 10 on the shot clock. Jordan pulls up and buries it. Jordan with 21 points and 6:52 to go in the second quarter. Matter of fact, it probably should be 23. He had 19. He hit the basket a moment ago. I'll double check that. We have him with 21. Could be 23. Nance on the drive. Past Grant. There's Jordan. It is correct that Jordan has 21. Pulls up. Now it's 23. By the time the official scorer tallied it, Jordan had added 2 more.
We had Doug Collins on the sideline. Doug is just up there, best cheerleader they've got. He was all the way down there, clapping, pulling for the team. He wants this first game badly. Block called against Paxson.
41-34 Bulls, 6:15 to go. The Bulls had trailed by 6.
Well, it was 29-23, so we've got an 18-5 run on the part of the Bulls. And there's Doug Collins. He was primed for this game, and this morning's shoot-around, he never cracked a smile once, and normally he's a very smiling type of individual.
Had his game face on. Apparently that transferred to his players here in the second quarter. Pippen, good defense, caused Sanders to lose control of the ball. It's Chicago ball. Referee Jack Madden making the call.
The reason, man, you're looking at Doug Collins wants this first win so badly, he wants the inexperienced Cleveland team to have to sit for a couple days, wait till Sunday, and think about a must-win game for them.
Pippen, finger roll misses. Oakley tipping. Grant tipping. Inside power from Chicago. Oakley and Horace Grant.
An area where they've hurt Cleveland before, something that they felt could happen. He's got a little pushing and shoving going on between Pippen and Sanders, and they call the foul against Pippen.
That's his first personal.
But it's good to see Scotty playing a physical game like that, not being afraid to do a little bumping and banging. You've got to do that to survive in this league. Watch Collins' reaction to this as he sees what's going on.
They like that tie he's got on there. Woo. He's color coordinated tonight for the playoffs. 43-34. Bulls by 9. 5:42 to go second quarter. Ehlo wanted the three-pointer, but Jordan was right in his face. Ehlo drives past Oakley. Had to change his shot. It'll be Cleveland ball with a new shot clock. 23 seconds. Only 1 second had elapsed. Corzine about to come back in for Chicago.
I question that, Bob. I didn't see the ball hit anything. I don't know why they gave him a new clock. Now, see why Grant was so important, because Corzine can get a rest with Grant coming into play. That's the type of rotation that Doug can do with Horace Grant.
There you go in the second quarter. Jordan 14-5 outscoring Cleveland. Sanders hits the jumper, sore hand and all. 43-36 Chicago. 5:18 to go second quarter.
Now Cleveland, if they can withstand this surge on the part of the Bulls, they still have an excellent shot, but they have to go ahead and put something together quickly.
Jordan is red hot. 25 for Jordan. Remember, Ehlo and other defenders held Jordan to 26 points in the whole game the last time these two teams played last Friday. 25 here in the middle of the second quarter. But Sanders, after I said he was going to have a problem because of his hand,
and that he wasn't that good an outside shooter, it's inevitable that he'd start making them tonight.
He'll probably have a career high of perimeter jumpers here. Well, I'll take thanks for it if he gets it. Doherty with a rebound. Mark Price, Ehlo, Doherty, Nance, Sanders in there. Their starting lineup. Price missing from the baseline, but there's Larry Nance. Great second shot player. Timeout Chicago, as Cavaliers have started to make
stepped up to another level of play, and I think we have become one of the better defensive teams in the league.
And Corzine did not get the tip in because the ball was still on the rim. Offensive interference. Nance and Sanders are in there right now. Speaking of the defense played by Cleveland.
And what they're going to have to do is definitely get to that type of level Lenny was talking about to try and shut down Chicago, get back in this game.
Doherty, turnaround jumper, doesn't go. Jordan had Pippen on the wing, but elected to keep the ball. Pick from Corzine. 27 for Michael Jordan. 3:47 to go in the second quarter.
I think if there's one area of the game where Michael offensively has really improved, it's been the consistency of his outside shooting from that 18-foot range. It's just made him virtually unstoppable.
9 out of 10 for Jordan in the second quarter. Price bounces to Sanders. Finally misses one. One-handed rebound. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Like a Nerf ball. It's two-shot foul. Jordan will go to the line.
Ehlo with the foul. And I tell you, I think Michael's playing a little bit to this crowd. He knows he has to get the crowd in the ball game. He's doing some things to turn him on. Now watch him again on the miss by Sanders. Goes up, snares it with the right hand, just holds it up there, and comes on down.
That's a Nerf ball rebound, no doubt about it. 47-40 Bulls, 3:23 to go second quarter.
It's about the only kind of ball I could have done that with. If I got that high in the air when I played, I would have got nosebleed.
Jordan is on track now for a ball game that could be in the 50s or 60s tonight. He's hit in the 50s several times this year. His high game is 59 points.
Well, he's burned Cleveland a couple of times. I think he had 52 and 46 in 2 of the games.
29 for Jordan with 3:16 to go in the second quarter. Bulls lead it by 9. Grant tipped it away from Sanders to Jordan. Here comes Nance to tip it away. Beautiful defensive play by Larry Nance. Nance is in his 7th year, but he ran down Jordan like he was a rookie that time.
2 different types of coaches with their demeanors, as you can see there.
Jordan over Ehlo. Missing one. Grant. Oakley. The reverse doesn't go, but Oakley's fouled.
Yes, but again, Horace Grant's the man that made the play.
Phil Hubbard coming in to give Cage 13.03. Oakley 13.00. Oakley had 35 in the last game against Cleveland. Price couldn't penetrate. Tries the perimeter shot and buries it. Mark Price.
But the Chicago defense has been outstanding ever since Michael Jordan came back in the game in the second period, made a couple of great moves to turn this crowd on. Chicago's defense has been where Doug Collins wants it.
Now Vincent back in for Chicago. It'll be Price and Vincent. I love that matchup. 10 on the shot clock. Jordan against Ehlo. To Oakley. Back to Jordan. Couldn't get it.
And that should have been 3 seconds against Corzine, who was toasting marshmallows in the middle.
Mark Price feeds Hubbard. Tipped out by Grant, controlled by Price. Vincent. Loose ball foul Chicago. It'll stay there.
Call on Grant.
By the way, Mark Price wanted to say hello to his mom and dad. They are watching in his hometown of Enid, Oklahoma. His brother Brent's out there watching someplace. Here are tonight's Honda leaders, brought to you by Honda, makers of CRX, Civic, Accord, and Prelude. Test drive one at your local Honda dealer today. Those are the leaders in team defense. You see the 1 and 2 teams in the league playing here tonight.
And in that first period, it was Cleveland showing that they were one of the top defensive teams. And in the second period, it's been the Bulls showing why they were number 1. The Cavaliers can have a couple of good, 3-4 good defensive efforts here, score a couple of hoops, and just cut that lead down 3 or 4 points. So they'll be in good shape going into the second half.
Despite the offensive explosion from Jordan, basically a low-scoring first half with 2 defensive teams. Corzine from 18. He's good from there. Corzine's first points of the ball game. Sellers has not scored. Oakley has 4. Corzine only 2. Up front, Chicago has not been getting many points. Only 4 from Grant also.
But Grant's been active defensively, doing a good job.
Ehlo. Jordan didn't get there in time, and Craig Ehlo buried it. 53-46 Bulls. Minute 20 to go. First half. Utah at Portland. Skip Carey, Steve Jones will have it for you after this game. Doubleheader to open the action of the NBA playoffs. 88 on the Superstation. Oakley. Corralled by Horace Grant. Instructions from Doug Collins. Something like, let Michael score again. He missed on the penetration. Price. Doherty with a jam. The open court game, and Doug Collins wants a 20-second timeout. He's not happy with the transition game there. 53-48. Bulls, 47 seconds remaining in the half.
The reason he's not happy, Bob, is that with 47 seconds left, that means Cleveland's certainly going to get at least one more opportunity. I would think Michael Jordan does anything.
At the half, Craig Sager will be along with a potential halftime report. Scores and highlights. Roy S. Johnson with news around the NBA and highlights from the Houston-Dallas opening playoff game. That's a great matchup also. Corzine, a brutal pick. Jordan has gone slightly cold in the last 30 or 40 seconds.
But Doug definitely playing 2 opportunities to 1, and now Cleveland with a wonderful opportunity to really staying close in this game despite an horrendous second period.
Trailing by 5. Price kicks it to Ehlo. Wanted the three-pointer. Jordan was in his face. Inside to Hubbard. Bothered by Oakley, who also got the rebound. Now with 6 seconds to go in the half. Vincent. Can't get it to fall. Chicago went cold offensively. The last
steal gets out of position. Jordan with his great quickness to the basket, coming over to help out. A little bit too late. Larry Nance as Jordan takes it home. But he also did it for him defensively and helped him a lot. Now keep an eye on Michael Jordan in this play. Of course, number 23 in the right part of your screen. You're going to see him right over here on the right part of your screen, being able to go ahead and play good defense as Larry Nance will get the ball in the middle of the court, and he will then be able to drop off of Ehlo. There he drops back in. Nance goes and makes the move against Horace Grant, gets by him, and there goes Michael as he sees it developing for the help, the block, and now Oakley with another rebound, kicks it out quickly to Paxson. Jordan circles behind to fill the lane on the left side. Ehlo's late getting to him, and Michael finishes it off for 2 of his 29 points. But that's the type of game Michael's had thus far.
First, Rick, I want to hear your thought on this. Played the high post much more than Cleveland had played him earlier in the season in this first half. Might we see him in the blocks more?
Well, I think that's a very good possibility that they will make some adjustments there to try and force Chicago to double team him down there and then hopefully pass the ball out for some good perimeter shooting to get some opportunities out there. He did spend a great deal of the time up high trying to get other people inside like Nance.
And Chicago starting with Vincent and Jordan at the guards, Corzine, Oakley, and Sellers up front. Corzine has it blocked by Doherty. Sanders to Mark Price. Bulls open the second half, leading by 5, 53-48. Ehlo's going for a three-pointer. Rebound Jordan. Points for Michael Jordan.
And Lenny Wilkins said, don't let him go baseline. He loves to go baseline, and that time he was able to get by Sanders going to the right and the baseline.
But with his quickness, how do you stop him?
You overplay him a full step if you have to the right side on that occasion and make him go back to the middle.
Ehlo wanting the two-man game. Nance has to come out, guarded by Oakley now. Sellers started on Nance early. 15. Oakley not only defended there, but got the ball. Corzine saved it off the head of Oakley, who's kind of pouting down court. He catches up now. 10 on the shot clock. Sellers off the screen. Missing badly. Nance rebound. Nance on the follow. Got the pass from Sanders.
Well, that time the old trailer play worked.
Chicago by 5. First playoff game of 1988. At least 25 playoff games will come your way here on the Superstation. Jordan dumps to Vincent. Corzine with a big rebound over Doherty. He's fouled. Was it Sanders who got him or Doherty? One of the two.
And I'll tell you, Corzine was in there again forever on that play. He was in the 3-second area as that entire play developed and got away with a 3-second violation once again.
Doherty picked up his 3rd foul now on that play, and Dave Corzine goes to the free throw line. 75% free throw shooter. Remember, coming up right after this one, we'll be switching to Portland, Oregon. Utah Jazz and the Trailblazers. What a matchup that is.
Nance.
Price controls for Cleveland. 56-50, Bulls by 1. 10:07 to go, third quarter. Price and Vincent. Sanders was left wide open by Sellers. Got the basket and the foul.
Well, Sanders having a fine game for Cleveland, and Cleveland just hanging right in there despite the fact that they played such a poor second period.
While Sanders shoots a free throw, we talked about the key of Brad Sellers playing well. In my view, he's not had a good game.
No, he has not, and he's been very inconsistent for the Bulls all season long. And fortunately for Chicago, Grant has been playing well, even though he's had limited minutes.
Sanders sinks the free throw for the three-point opportunity. Sanders high for the year, by the way. He did score 29 in one game, but remember, he's only averages 6.3 per game, has 13 tonight. Jordan against Ehlo. Priced for the help. Jordan just turned the other way. Couldn't get it to fall, however. Cavs can pull to within one or tie. Oakley wins the battle of the boards with Nance, and that's going to happen about 9 out of 10 times. Now the crowd getting back in it for Chicago with a narrow three-point lead. 9:23 to go in the third. Vincent looked away before he caught the ball and lost it.
They call the foul.
I didn't see the foul, but they called one. Doherty missed the layup. They call it on Vincent.
Talk about Brad Daugherty's ability as he took it down the court. A 7-footer, 260 some odd pounds, rumbling down the court. Sam Vincent had to be a little concerned about it as he tries to get in the way of him. And he actually, I guess, slapped him on the arm. And Brad trying to lay it over the front of the rim. One of the basic rules in the game, as the coaches all tell you, when you grow up, use the glass, take it to the side. And there's a good example of why.
Doherty, a pretty good free throw shooter, 72%er. All rookie, 86, 87, all-star.
Had a tragedy this year with his dad.
This is a one-point Bulls lead. Cleveland battling back in here. Oakley driving, getting to Sellers. Sellers gets the basket. He'll go to the line. Good pass from Oakley, and nice ball movement by the Chicago Bulls. They took it from the top to the left to the right to the post, and Sellers gets the hoop.
Well, we'll take a look at how they did it again. There's the good cross-court pass to Oakley. He drives in, creates the penetration move, forces the defense to help, leaving Sellers open, who gets fouled and drops it in the basket. And that's one of the reasons, again, that you saw why penetration causes problems for a team, because people must go to help the immediate threat, leaving other people open. And if you move the ball, you get opportunities like that.
First 3 points of the ball game for Brad Sellers. We've got a beauty. 59-55 Chicago. Sanders guarded by the 7-footer Sellers. Bounced off Sellers, but that was good defense by Brad. Penetration by Vincent.
And that's what the Bulls did not have until they got Sam Vincent.
That was blocked. And Chicago's defense rises to the occasion again. Now Jordan just lost the dribble. Probably couldn't hear himself dribble. Lenny Wilkins wants a timeout and gets it. 8:19 to go in the third quarter. The Cavaliers had pulled right up to the edge of the Bulls, but now it's a 6-point lead. Action back. Cleveland backcourt has scored just 6 points since the first quarter. They've had to do it in the front line. Sellers with a rebound off the Nance miss. The lob to Jordan, picked off by Ehlo. Price for 3. Misses. He doesn't miss much. He hits almost 50% of those. Brad Sellers doesn't get it. Basket interference anyway. It is Cleveland basketball, and the Bulls continue to lead by 6.
Watch Sellers again. He's going to miss the shot. He'll go back up to try and get it when he sees it bouncing out. It's still within the cylinder. There you saw the hand touching it as the ball was still within the cylinder, imaginary, going up from the basket. Good call.
Nance wanted to hit Sanders breaking inside. They've switched the defensive assignments. Doherty now on another switch is on Ehlo. They've got Jordan on Sanders.
Well, both of these teams will do a lot of switching, Bob. A lot of rotation on defense.
Sanders over Jordan and hits it. Nice play by Mike Sanders over the 6'6" Jordan. They're identical height. Sanders having himself a semi-career game here. 16 points. Remember, he averages only 6 points on the season. Bulls by 4. Illegal defense called.
Craig Ehlo dropped so far off of Michael Jordan, got more than the one zone you're allowed to go away from, one area on the court, and he dropped in below the free throw line, causing the violation.
That's the first call, thus a warning, and side out of bounds on the sideline with a 24-second clock reset. Jordan isolated against Ehlo. Got Ehlo backwards, then Jordan fell back for the fadeaway, but missed it. Bulls by 4, 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Get a feeling this is the lull before the storm. Doherty inside of Corzine.
And nobody helped. Of course, there was no double team that time as Cleveland tried to bring all of their players far away on the opposite side to prevent the double.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, Rick and I will be selecting the Miller Lite player of the game, and Chicago's going to have to go to Pippen or Grant or some bench help here to see if they can get some relief for the starters. Corzine off the double team. 6 on the shot clock. Penetration, Vincent.
A lot of talk about what Michael Jordan's done for Chicago, but Sam Vincent has done a great job as Washington. Big surprise in the third. Look at the score of that game. Well, it's now in second. Dallas and Houston battling it out down in Texas.
14 seconds on the shot clock for the Cleveland Cavaliers, trailing 63-59. Price past Vincent. Penetration, scoop shot. Couldn't get it to go. Doherty's foul over the back of Corzine. And that's going to be 4 fouls on Brad Doherty. In the center position, really only one backup since the trade. That backup is a young man who plays very little for this team from Yale named Chris Dudley. I don't know if he'll be in this ball game or not, but Doherty has 4 fouls. Corzine loses it off the dribble. You certainly don't want Corzine putting it on the floor. Price to Ehlo off the break. Cleveland is now within 2 of the Bulls. 5:51 to go, third quarter. Timeout, Chicago. They'll need some. Only other team since then to win 2 back-to-back. Bulls by 2, 10 on the shot clock. Pippen into the ball game. Corzine with 4. 3 seconds.
Well, they finally got 3 seconds because the Bulls really have been camping in there the entire night.
Chicago has 11 turnovers, Cleveland 10. Pippen on Mark Price. Price shoots over Pippen. Mark Price barely 6 feet tall. Pippen at 6'7", and Price just went up with that quick release and buried it. It's tied at 63. Jordan isolated against Ehlo. Penetrates. He's fouled. Not the only way to stop him once he gets to that place.
Well, he made him go to the middle that time, and the help just wasn't quick enough getting there, and as a result,
65-63 Chicago. It'll probably be this way throughout this series. Very evenly matched teams. They were 3-3 against each other in regular season play. Price saved a bad pass. 9, 8, 7 and counting on the shot clock for Nance, guarded by Grant. 4 on the shot clock. Price knows that. Dumps to Williams with 2. Hot Rod Williams misses. There's Sanders, and he's fouled by Pippen.
Very heads-up play on the part of the Cavaliers that time, doing a good job moving the basketball.
His second, team's third. Sanders shoots 2.
Sanders tie. Horace Grant. Now Jordan isolated with Ehlo. 10 on the shot clock. Gets the pick. Penetrates back to Oakley. Oakley misses the layup. Oakley has such trouble playing from the low post. He can't score well there. We got a foul on Cleveland. It's on Sanders, his 4th. So Doherty and Sanders both with 4 fouls for the Cavaliers now.
That'll bring Hubbard in off the bench probably, and here he's getting his suit off now. Warm-up suit, that is, I hope.
Will be the forwards for the Chicago team with 4:06 to go in the third, and the Bulls up by 2.
And the crowd not in this game right now, and that's not helping the Bulls.
3 seconds against Cleveland. Cleveland has Hot Rod Williams, Hubbard, and Nance up front. Ehlo and Price in the backcourt. So Williams at least defensively playing at center.
Well, we have no centers in this ball game right now.
That's for sure. Jordan looking for help over the screen. Jordan's cooled off a lot since his incredibly hot period in the second quarter. 67-65 Bulls.
Michael's still not over that cold.
Ehlo from 18 feet. Craig Ehlo.
Ehlo doing a good job filling in for Ron Harper.
12 points. 8 in the first half, 4 here in the third quarter. It's tied at 67.
Offensive foul's going to be on Pippen, who set a moving screen against Ehlo, who's trying to stay with Michael Jordan.
Hugh Hollins, Jack Madden, the officials in tonight's ball game. The alternate, which is always the case in a playoff game, is Bruce Alexander. There's Price trying to scrape off Paxson from the screen. He doesn't get loose, but Ehlo does. Gets it inside to Hot Rod Williams. Into the lane. Good defense by Grant, who kept it alive and then got the rebound. John Williams denied Jordan the baseline by accident. Had his back turned, but he still kept him out of there. Here's Pippen from the perimeter. He just can't shoot that shot this year.
Well, he better practice it in the offseason, I guarantee you, because he needs it to really become an important factor for the Chicago team's success. He has to be able to hit that shot playing the three position.
Bulls led by 5 at the half. It's tied, and now Cleveland misses on their attempt to take the lead.
They got a good shot at it.
Del Curry will be into the ball game for Cleveland momentarily. Ehlo and Jordan are just battling away from the ball. Now Jordan gets it with 10 on the clock. Look at Ehlo. Took the ball. Stepped out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball. Ehlo with great defense on Jordan.
Del Curry checks in for the Cavs.
Well, that's one of those situations where the percentages are with you. If you work hard enough all night long, something good's going to happen for you, even against a great defensive player. Here he is again. This time he shuts the baseline off, manages to get the left hand in to take the ball away. As it bounces to him, you can see his left foot landed on the out-of-bounds area.
Officials over checking on the timing situation. Shot clock is set to 6 seconds. That's what was left when it became Chicago's ball. 2:15 to go in the quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Ehlo, 6'7", 195, played in Washington State. Signed as a free agent with Cleveland at 87. Former CBA'er, also played at Houston. Jordan from the baseline over Del Curry.
I'll tell you, Michael got real hot when Curry was in the ball game in the second period, so maybe he just likes the looks of Curry. That happens sometimes.
2 minutes left in the quarter. Larry Nance.
Nance with a good entry reception in the jump hook from the baseline.
That's one of those things, Bob, as an offensive player, say, oh boy, I finally get a rest. I don't have this crazy man chasing me all over.
Paxson from the perimeter. He also got past Curry. Nance has 13 now, and Paxson with 4 points in this ball game, and it's a 2-point Chicago lead with 1:35 remaining in the third quarter. Nance isolated against Pippen. Here comes Oakley for help. 5 seconds on the clock. It'll belong to Cleveland. Vincent comes in, and Jordan is going to get a rest for the 1:23 remaining in the third. Jordan checks out for a breather with 37 points. And he needs the rest. He's been playing and looking tired here in the third quarter, the later minutes. Ehlo off the screen for 2. Doesn't get it. Curry inside position. He's fouled by Paxson, who hits the floor hard. He's all right. You can hear his head or elbows clinging on the floor all the way from my vantage point.
And here's the
third
difference.
Quarter. Look at that.
Cleveland has protected the ball. They had 10 turnovers in the first half. Most of those came in the second period, so they've had a fine third period of handling that basketball.
And of causing them and scoring off the turnovers, and Ehlo gets a 3-point opportunity.
Well, in playoffs, a lot of times that happens. The unexpected man comes up and plays the hero role. Craig Ehlo doing a great job for Cleveland. Let's watch Ehlo on the drive as he gets by Vincent. You see the help coming over. Grant tries to get over. Good pump fake. Gets the man in the air, on the arm. Vincent with the hit. Ehlo with the basket. Ehlo has to give the lead to Cleveland.
He does, and he has 14 in this game. His high on the year is 20 points. Got a shot at that. It's tied at 71. Cavaliers with the lead.
I think Lenny's doing a smart thing here. His team's playing well. He's got one of his key players, two of his key players on the bench with 4 fouls, and this is all bonus time as far as Lenny is concerned. They're getting rest. The other team's doing well out there on the court, and he'll probably let these fellows stay in there as long as they keep playing well.
As where that bench strength that you talked about slightly in favor of Cleveland is coming into play. Beautiful play by Oakley. Rebound and stick back by Charles Oakley. And the Bulls have retaken the lead by 1. 47 seconds to go in the third. Last time Mark Price was off the floor for Cleveland in the second quarters when the Bulls exploded. Good play by the Bulls, but Cleveland controlled, and now the foul on Chicago.
That's good. Smart play on the part of the Cavaliers after good defense by Pippen to knock the ball loose. That was a good break for Cleveland. But the offensive boards have really hurt Cleveland against Chicago during the
38 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Now the Bulls should get a shot up here and get 2 for 1. If they hold on to it too long, then Cleveland can play for the last shot. Now that's what looks like is going to happen here.
And Doug Collins signaling them to hold on here. Look for the good shot. Down to Grant, doesn't get it to go. Rebound Ehlo. Cleveland running, 20 seconds to go in the quarter. It's Hubbard, and a 3-point opportunity for Cleveland.
And a smart play, because if you can get that type of an opportunity, you take the quick basket. If that wasn't there, then he should have taken it back out. But
I'm not pretending that we have the talent to go all the way right now. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to, but he feels that this team should get to the second round. He's not so certain what will happen then. 2 seconds remaining. Benson throws up a prayer over Ehlo.
To Portland and Clyde the Glide Drexler. There's more NBA playoff excitement coming up on the Superstation next.
Hope you have your tickets for our next telecast here on TBS. That's going to be Utah at Portland. Both teams finished the season red hot. Utah won 5 in a row and 7 out of their last 10. Portland won 3 in a row, 7 out of their last 10. And it's a great matchup. Two very diverse kinds of basketball teams demonstrated there, and Drexler on the right and Karl Malone on the left.
That should be a very interesting series, as we talked about earlier. That's the case.
Mark Price back in there for Cleveland at the point. Paxson stays in at the point for Chicago. Lob to Nance, broken up beautifully by Michael Jordan. Now the crowd back in it to begin the fourth quarter here at Chicago. Jordan against Curry inside. The reverse. Yes. Michael Jordan.
It's very reminiscent of what happened in the second period. Michael came back off the bench, made 2 spectacular plays to bring the crowd to life, and here he's made 1 already in the fourth.
Tried to get Curry on the screen, then Hubbard on the screen. Price with nowhere to go with it. Now Hubbard just muscles in. Blocked by Jordan. Curry for 2. Doesn't get it. Grant rebounded. Good defense. And a spectacular play by Jordan. And Nance and Pippen have to be separated by referee Jack Madden.
Well, Scottie Pippen showing a little more feistiness than you might have expected from the rookie.
It'll be Chicago ball. 20 seconds on the Chicago shot clock. 11:06 to go in the game. 76-75 Cleveland. Jordan penetrating against 3. Hits Corzine. Jump hook. It's kept alive, but the foul on Horace Grant over the back of Hubbard. There's going to be a technical against Pippen as he walked past Madden. He had something to say. Madden didn't like it and got him with the tee.
Yeah, I think Jack said, "Don't come up in my face." And
Michael Jordan chastising Pippen right now, making him. You can see the leadership of Jordan here with the youngster from Central Arkansas, setting him straight on how he needs to be in a playoff game.
Well, it doesn't really help your cause when you get a technical in a close game like this.
Price is an automatic of dropping it.
Look at this third period score, 62-61. You think there's some hammering going on over there?
And at the end of this game, we'll be going to that game live, so just stay with us there. Detroit having a real problem with Wes Unsell's Bullets, who just barely edged into the playoffs. Rick and I will be there, by the way, for game number 2 Saturday.
Another foul on Pippen.
And Dallas now pulling way out in front of Houston. First game of that first round Western Conference playoff.
Doug Collins wisely is going to get Pippen out of the ball game as he sends Oakley back in.
10:40 remaining here. Cavaliers lead it by 2. Possession of the ball, new shot clock. Team fouls, 2 for the Bulls, none on Cleveland. Curry missing from long range, and the foul on Hot Rod Williams.
Good play by Corzine, keeping the body on him and staying between his man and the basket.
Bulls can tie on this possession. They led by 5 at the half. Cleveland led by 3 at the end of 3. Jordan. Price came to help, but we got the foul. Continuation, count the basket. Doherty checking back in for Cleveland. Jordan has 41 points.
There's the move again. Michael Jordan gets bumped by Curry as he tried to go right. Continues on with the continuation rule in effect in the NBA. Drops the basket and a chance for three-point play as Nance goes to the bench for a rest. Doherty back in. Curry's to the bench. Ehlo back in.
Curry picks up the foul. Nance sits down with the rest with 13 points in this game. One personal foul. He's only had 4 points in the second half. Michael Jordan with 42. 78-77. Jordan's free throw gives the Bulls the lead by 1 with 10:15 remaining in this game. Doherty back in, stripped away, stolen by Jordan. See stare from Jordan to Madden. Price missing from long range. Jordan with the rebound over Oakley and Corzine. Watch out on this. Past Ehlo on the baseline, feeds inside to Grant.
Well, that's a
Ball,
quick
they
whistle.
say tied it up.
That's a quick whistle, Bob.
Well, the Bulls are raging at Jack Madden. Now a technical on the bench. Jack Madden and the Chicago Bulls have had a raging argument here for about the last 10 minutes, and now the crowd booing referee Jack Madden. He certainly asserted himself in the ballgame.
Doug Collins can't believe the call, so if Price knocks it in the ballgame.
Grant gets the jump ball.
Harsh. He was wide open momentarily.
Into Grant, foul before the pass.
5 on Sanders.
Sanders holding Grant as he tried to flash through the paint for the pass. So Sanders in trouble, and Sanders has been a critical player in this game for Cleveland.
Well, 6'6" is his height, and he's going against, of course, a tall man, 6'10" in Grant, so a big height advantage inside.
Jordan gets it inside, penetrates, dishes to Grant, but had nowhere to go with it. Ehlo to Price. To Ehlo. To Doherty. Beautiful open court ball movement, but Doherty missed the layup. Now it's 3 on 2. Jordan, Oakley, Grant.
Boy, what a big turnaround that is. An easy 2 for Cleveland on the miss by Doherty. The crowd's in it. That hurt Cleveland.
80-77 Chicago. 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Lenny Wilkins wants a time.
In this ball game, Bob, in a tightly contested contest, is that missed by Doherty. Here's the resulting play by the Bulls as Michael Jordan has it, takes it down the court. Sanders comes over to pick him up. He gets it past Price. Oakley, a little over-the-shoulder job to Horace Grant, who takes it home, giving the Bulls a 3-point lead, igniting the crowd. Still plenty of time left, but what a costly miss on the part of Doherty down the other end after a great fast break on the part of the Cavaliers.
Brad Doherty has been a missing element in this game offensively for Cleveland. 18-point average, only 8 tonight, 3 for 8 field goals. He has not made a major contribution, and it has hurt the Cavaliers. And he's out at that high post as he is now so often. But on the pick and roll, he goes inside, into Oakley. Corzine with a rebound.
That's excellent defense by the Bulls. That's the way they like to play that little pick and roll play, and they played it beautifully.
Chicago leading by 3. 8:54 remaining in the game. The numbers 1 and 2 defensive teams in the NBA. Chicago 1, Cleveland 2. All night long, it's been Jordan against Ehlo. Kicks it out to Paxson this time, who takes the jumper and gets it. And Doug Collins almost got down court as quickly as his team. He fired out of his chair on the sideline.
And he was trying to make sure his team got back defensively. Didn't want to give up an easy basket.
Price lost Paxson, but Corzine came to help. They reversed to Ehlo. Good move. Rebound, Jordan. Had Grant all the way at the other end, but he wisely held up. Jordan blows past Ehlo, missed the jam attempt, wanted a foul, didn't get it. He's enraged as Ehlo runs into Paxson. The block called on Chicago.
Well, Michael usually doesn't get very demonstrative after he drives into the basket or a foul's not called, and kind of reminded me of myself on that one. His reaction to the play.
14 fouls on Chicago, 3 on the Cavaliers, 8:02 to go in the game, 82-77 Chicago.
Just the reaction, not the drive or the jump.
Paxson playing Price, looking for Nance against Grant. Kicks it to Ehlo, to Hot Rod Williams, left wide open. Nance with a rebound.
He pushed off, and that's the call.
Hugh
Excellent
Hollins
call.
made it from outside. Madden was right there, but Hollins saw it from half court.
But Bob, it's been so unfortunate for Cleveland. They still played a great game. The Doherty missed on the little drive-in. They had a wide open shot again that they missed just prior to this one. They missed this one, which was a wide open shot. They've had the shots. They've run their offense, but they just haven't gotten the ball to drop.
Both teams playing tenacious defense. There's a lot of flesh left on the floor tonight. Corzine hits a big turnaround jumper. He's very deadly late in the game and a good jump shooter. Now Grant and Nance battling away from the ball. Nance against the rookie. Ehlo for 3. Rebound, Oakley. Jordan is fouled.
He hurt his knee. Jordan is hurt.
Right knee of Michael Jordan when he was pushed on the attempted reverse. He goes down, and he is in some serious pain. Mark Feil, Chicago trainer, talking to him. Everybody in Chicago Stadium and around the country holding their breath. Michael Jordan on his way to a possible MVP award is obviously in severe pain on the right knee.
And that does not look good. And I'm hoping that he just got banged, but it looks a lot worse than that.
Well, the crowd, look at their faces. They are stunned here in Chicago.
Serious pain, Bob. The man is in serious pain. We'll watch again and see if we can take a look at what happens. He goes up. He'll hit the ground when he comes down with this pass. Let's keep a look on that right knee. Hits the deck. Went up, got hit, and now when he came down, there he goes, and now the knee grabs the side of it. Now, I don't know. I couldn't see where any contact came, whether he just landed funny. It didn't seem to happen while he was in the air, but whatever happened, it hurts a lot. Now, it could very well be that he cramped. He's been very tired. Take another look at him going down, because when you get a cramp, it really makes you hurt, and you'll hit the deck, and I hope that's it. Looks like there's a knot on that right side, but he's holding on, as you see, right there to the right knee.
And look at the media, the eyes of the world looking at the most exciting player in the NBA who is down on the baseline at Chicago Stadium. Jordan with 42 points in this game, and remember, everything in Chicago's camp riding on this man.
If we can see what they're doing to his knee and get a wider shot of it and see what they're doing to it, you can take a look and see if it indeed would be a cramp, because they'll be working on him in a different fashion if he cramped. But if they're doing tests for that knee, then you have serious problems. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's testing the knee. See, they're testing for, that's cartilage or ligament testing that they're doing. When they're turning that foot and they're grabbing onto it in that fashion, that's a definite test to see whether or not there was ligament or cartilage damage done. It does not. That is not the testing for a cramp. Might have just been a twist for the Chicago Bulls' sake. Let's hope it is. Here's the look. Comes down, hits. Now he goes up and he comes down. Actually, it looked like he did it on the first time. When he hit the ground is when he did it, not the second time. And the reaction of the pain didn't come until afterwards. But it was the first time when he came down that it happened.
Well, Jordan's going to go out of this game. You see there, he's trying to see if he can put any weight on it. And doesn't look too bad. Listen to this crowd as he walks away. Unbelievable. I expected that Michael Jordan would be carried from the floor. You can see it all in the picture with Doug Collins and Michael Jordan right now.
Well, Bob, I'll tell you, having suffered through,
in the game.
Having suffered through some knee situations, you can come down, do a little twist, get an incredible amount of pain in that area, and it may not be anything severe. It's kind of like an ankle twist. It hurts like crazy for 2, 3, 4.
Created in a laboratory. I don't know the answer. Well, for the sake of the whole league, you're happy that that's good, and he seems to be okay.
Now he shot the technical. Now he gets the free throws off of the foul against Ehlo. crowd still murmuring over this. There's a lot of hearts and a lot of throats.
Well, let's face it, including ours, including even Cleveland, because a player of his magnitude, everybody feels the same way. Cleveland wants to win, of course, but they want to win with Jordan playing, too. Nobody wants him out of there. You may think I'm just saying that, but that's the truth. 10-point Chicago lead. Jordan with 3 points after looking as though his season could have been over. 7:04 to go in the game.
It's going to be Oakley setting a little pick, and now Ehlo's saying a little something to him as he passes by. If I were Craig, I don't think I'd say anything to him. As you see the scoring here in the fourth period. Again, first period Cavaliers, second period Bulls. Third quarter Cavaliers, fourth period Bulls.
Foul on Chicago.
Ehlo had nothing to do with it.
All right, the crowd's into it now. Mainly the crowd is excited no matter what happens that Michael Jordan seems to be okay. Jordan missing the jumper. Williams rebound. Cleveland trailing by 10 with 6:45 to go. Paxson stripped it away. Last off Cleveland. Chicago ball.
Well, I'll tell you, I watched Michael carefully that time, Bob, and he is moving very well, and there's obviously no after effect.
Chicago by 10. Each team with 13 turnovers. Jordan penetrating, dishing to Grant. Horace Grant with a big perimeter bucket. It's going to be tough for Cleveland now with the standing room only Chicago Stadium crowd in this game too. Trailing by 12, 6 minutes to go. Price with a great drive, couldn't get it to drop.
And that's been Cleveland's story this period. They can't get anything to drop in, and it all really started with the missed layup by Brad Daugherty.
Cleveland 0 for 7 from the floor. Jordan can't get it to fall. Daugherty rebound. Collins getting his team back on defense. Did they get there fast enough? No. Ehlo scoring off the transition. Doug Collins saw that coming on the sideline. And the crowd, who didn't have the benefit of the replay that you and I did, still thinks that Craig Ehlo almost broke Michael Jordan and the hearts of Chicago basketball fans. Paxson to Oakley from 18. He gets it. Last two perimeter shots have come from Chicago big men, Oakley and Grant. 91-79, Bulls with the game seemingly in hand. A lot of time left, 5:11. And remember, Cleveland has made a couple of big spurts. Chicago led by 9 earlier. Cleveland came back and took the lead.
Well, I don't think there's any way the Bulls will lose this ball game, Bob. And I think that as soon as it gets down to a point where Doug feels comfortable, Michael Jordan will be out of the game.
I must ask again, why is Daugherty at the high post all night long? He's not even in there now.
Well, they have a lot of their offense run from up there. He's one of the best passing. He is the best passing forward, center in the league, averaging over 4 assists a ball game, and they run a lot of their offense that way to get diversification. But he has not, as you pointed out, been down in that low post very often.
I think it's hurt him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan against Ehlo.
Traveling.
On the penetration, Jordan got stopped, had to kick it back out. 14th turnover for Chicago. Remember, stay tuned. Coming up right after this game, we'll have Utah at Portland. Skip Carey and Steve Jones standing by for that one.
And that series is going to be just as competitive as this one. But you'll see more offense.
Also, Nance has not been a big factor in this game. He gets that shot, but has only 15 points, does Larry Nance.
And the Bulls, I said they shouldn't lose this game, but they have to be a little careful here. There's still plenty of time left for the Cavaliers. They can't think they've got it wrapped up.
You bet. 8-point lead for Chicago. 4 minutes remaining. Vincent has been out of there a long time. The lob is blocked away by Nance, and they're going to call goaltending because he blocked it on the strong side. The ball had a chance, and if it has a chance and a defensive player gets in front of it, goaltending can be called, and that's what Madden called.
Saying was on a downward pet. Let's watch the lob. Nance goes over. That ball was going right to the hoop, and it was the chance to go in. They're saying they should get 3 for it. Lenny Wilkins is irate. He's out in the court.
Exactly. If it is, in fact, goaltending, the shot was taken from outside the 3-point range.
Let's see where the shot was taken from. We can rack up our replay and see if we can catch where it came from.
Look, Wilkins didn't even agree with the initial call. He certainly... Tonight's Polaroid Picture Perfect play is brought to you by Polaroid Spectra System. Hold this picture in your hand while the feeling is still in your heart and your heart is still in your throat.
Well, to get the Spectra System ready for this one, had this really been the tragedy that we thought it was going to be, Michael Jordan almost out of the game. We watch it as he's go down, and you could have snapped a couple of them there, but the pain of Michael Jordan would have really brought tears to the eyes of the fans here in Chicago, and probably throughout the NBA, because everyone would have missed seeing who the player I think is the most exciting player in the NBA today.
Chicago by 10, 3:55 to go in the ball game. Cleveland's got to make the run right now. Paxson, that's it from Price. Price to Nance. Nance hits it. 8-point game.
Well, figures he's hit 2 jumpers since you talked about him.
Now he's making his presence felt. 17 points, averaging 19 on the year, but only 16 and a half since he joined Chicago after the trade in February from Phoenix. Joined Cleveland after the trade from Phoenix in February. Corzine with a pick. Jordan got Doherty in the air, who came down and bruised him, but bumped him, but no call.
And I watched Michael's face. He knew he made a mistake. He had Doherty in a position to pick up his 5th foul by just going straight up for his jumper, and Doherty would have had no chance to get out of the way.
7 on the shot clock for Chicago. 5, 4. Jordan has gone cold, but he has 45 already in this game. 8-point game. Ehlo for 3. It's a big one. He misses. Oakley with the rebound. He hits that. It's a whole different picture. 3 minutes remaining.
Now Doug Collins wants to use the shot clock up.
Jordan had missed 5 in a row before the penetration and the finger roll. 47 for Jordan. An opportunity for a 50-point night with 2:47 remaining. Bulls by 10.
Corzine with the foul, bumping Doherty inside.
Corzine's first in this ball game. You know, one of the things that Doug Collins wanted to avoid in this game, thinking that Doherty would be playing in that low post, as did I,
exactly.
At least more, thought that one of the keys would be Doherty. 9 points in this game. Oakley with another rebound. He has 13. That's his average on the year. 0.03 of a point behind Michael Cage to finish second in the NBA. Jordan dumps it to Oakley with a spin move. Missed the layup. We've seen him do that before. Oakley's a great rebounder, but he has a hard time with layups in the box. Doherty is fouled by Jordan. It's a 3-point opportunity with 2:19 to go. Remember, the score is 95-88. It could be a 6-point Bulls lead. Michael Jordan's foul total now, only 2.
I want to clarify that goaltending call that was made. Jack Madden came over to me during the timeout and said that it was a pass that was a live ball because it looked like it had a chance to still go into the cylinder. He called it a 2-point basket because he thought the man was inside the 3-point area. As we saw in our replay, he was actually outside of it. It should have been a 3-point play.
A 6-point Bulls lead with 2:12 to go. This is a very close game. Cleveland refuses to die. One man can put the bullet in, as often is the case. It's Jordan. This is Grant. Oh, look at the tip by Oakley. Oakley with a baseline follow-in basket. That's one of the biggest of the game. Price is fouled, won't get the 3-point opportunity. He'll go to the line. 1:54 to go, 97-89.
It's like
the question, how badly has the absence of Ron Harper hurt this Cleveland
I don't
team?
think it's hurt them all that much in this game. Craig Ehlo's had an outstanding ball game. So I don't think that's been the factor. The big factor, Brad Doherty, has really not been a factor.
Jordan with 47. 49. And a chance for 50.
That was a spectacular individual move on the part of Jordan with the great hang time. Double clutching the ball, drawing the contact, and still laying it in and making it look so easy. Let's watch again. This is just an amazing athletic move on the part of Michael Jordan. He gets by the first man. He'll go in and he'll get picked up by Nance. He hangs, brings it down. Now he gets hit. Now he throws it up with the great body control. What a fantastic player.
And Michael Jordan has just scored 50 points for the 5th time this season. His season high, 59, and it's twice he scored 50+ against Cleveland. 9-point Chicago lead, 1.5 minutes to go. Thrown away. Grant with the loose ball to Oakley with it land. Oakley, left hand. That's the nail in the coffin. 11-point Bulls lead, minute 20. Bob Neal, Rick Barry with you, and look at this. Unbelievable is the word.
Well, Michael Jordan doing what has excited all of the fans in the NBA all season long. Goes up against Larry Nance. There's the block, you think. Now he pulls it down. Now he gets hit. And now he just gently lays it in the basket. Makes it look so easy.
Nance, one of the great shot blockers in the NBA. He's 6th this year in NBA in block shots. One of the great leapers in the NBA. And Jordan simply stayed up longer than Nance did. And Ron Harper, who's not a bad player himself, very similar to Jordan in many of his playing characteristics.
Well, he's going to play Sunday. They held him out just to give him a couple extra days of rest, so he'll be back for playing game number 2.
Sanders is fouled on the drive with a minute 14 to go.
But Jack Madden has traveling first.
Check it. There was a foul called by Hugh Hollins.
And Doug Collins had traveling too, as you saw.
And now Vincent, he wants back in the ball game to handle the ball and to run the club. Paxson, by the way, has played all the way down the stretch here for Chicago in this run that got them the lead back.
And one of the reasons is that Sam Vincent, as Grant gets arrested, is because of the fact that Vincent has lost a little confidence in the last couple of games in the season. Although he didn't show it early in the ball game, as he had great offensive performance.
1 minute remaining. Chicago by 11. Jordan loses it, but it's really too late. And that's symbolic of the night for Cleveland. Inability to take advantage of an opportunity.
It's been a long time coming for the Bulls to win an opener in the playoffs.
They haven't had the home court advantage. And of course, you're seeing what the home court advantage can mean. 53 seconds to go here. Lenny Wilkins has coached in over 1,200 NBA games, won the NBA championship in '79 with Seattle, so he's been down the road before.
Doug must not feel too comfortable. 11-point lead, 50 seconds to go. He's still got Michael in the ball game.
And handling the ball. And milking the clock. 42 in the game, 12 on the shot clock.
Look at Doug in the background. Look at him.
Paxson from long range. Nance with a rebound. 30 seconds remaining. Price on the fly. Nobody saw it. Cleveland will now get to stay here in Chicago and think about having to win a must game on Sunday. And that's exactly what Doug Collins hoped would happen.
That's the only way that they can win the series at home.
Off Jordan. Off Cleveland. Chicago ball. 17 seconds on the shot clock. 21 seconds in the game. The NBA playoffs. We have at least 25 games for you on the Superstation. The next month is going to be exciting basketball. 10 seconds in the game. Vincent, with the penetration that he was so effective with early in the game, makes it 104-91. They're on their feet. That's the ball game. 104-93. Chicago taking a 1-game-to-none lead in the best-of-5 series with Chicago and Cleveland. So Doug Collins and Michael Jordan certainly. That on behalf of Miller Lite Turner Broadcasting, proud to donate $1,000 to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation in the name of Michael Jordan. And Rick, you, I, and everybody here and watching around the nation had to hold their breath when Michael went down with what appeared to be a knee injury. He is okay.
And everybody has to be delighted about it. We